Hello everyone, this is Professor Cedar and welcome back to Dauntless. In this video, we will be going to the first behemoth that you can naturally go to at any time, as well as exploring just the basics of islands in the game. This is the hunt select screen. And here we'll be fighting the Rogue Shrike first. We'll do Rogue Embermane afterwards. A winged terror in any form, Rogue Shrikes are not quite as powerful as their mighty kin, but can still shred an unsuspecting slayer to ribbons with its powerful talons and summon aether-charged winds that strike with the force of a hammer. They make it sound a lot more intimidating than it actually is. Here you have two buttons, Start Hunt and Private Hunt. Start Hunt will put you in either an already existing queue, if there is one, or you will start up a queue if there are no others, or if they're all full, for that behemoth. And this is where you can play with other players. Private Hunt, it's only you and the people in your immediate party when you enter the hunt can join the hunt. No one else can join in. It closes off the server to the Start Hunt button. So for me, when I'm trying to solo these guys, I'm going to be using private hunts. In general, you'll want to play with other people though. So, like I said, this will be covering the basics of the islands and the behemoth. Although, one thing I do want to clarify about the staggered condition from my last episode. The staggered condition, the stagger damage is increased depending on where on the body you hit. In general, you do a lot more stagger damage when you hit the head compared to the legs. And all behemoths have 6 parts to them. The head, the legs, and the tail. The tail is sometimes harder to hit than others. Anyway, this is Rook's Isle, the first island of the game. And there will be specific island mechanics I will be going over. First off, materials. You can collect materials here, which you then exchange with either the bosun or Admiral Zai, in exchange for potions or grenades, which I went over very briefly in the first episode. These things, I don't know what they're called. You collect them, they add to your lantern charge, and you get a little icon. There are multiple different icons that you can gain from doing certain things. This one is an increase in movement speed. It starts off black, it slowly becomes orange. When it becomes fully orange, the effect disappears. What I just used there, I will be heading back down to show it to you, is a wind vent. You hit any of these, they shoot you into the air to the nearest platform that you can. Or to the platform that you're intended to go to with it. Wind vents are different from aether vents, which I will get into later, when we actually find the behemoth. Lanterns. I will be going over each lantern ability as we unlock them in the game, as well as I will be upgrading my weapons and armor with as far as you can. The highest you can be for a given behemoth. So right now you should really only have the recruit stuff when fighting the Rogue Shrike, which is why I'm using the recruit stuff. Anyway, the recruit's lantern. It has no instant, and its hold will point you in the direction of the behemoth. This is very useful early in the game, or starting out in new islands where you're not used to the behemoth. And this is the first challengeable monster of the game, the Rogue Shrike. To get your big and scary. His main attack is that he charges past you and does a swooping attack. If you time it right, you can get what's known as an interrupt. This, as the name implies, interrupts the attack of a behemoth, causing you to automatically fill up their stagger quota. That is another one of their attacks, There's another one of Rogue Shrike's attacks where he jumps up into the air and then slams down after a decent chamber. There he just finds to the side and can't hit you though. There he summons a tornado, and then he usually follows that up with that slash. Try to interrupt whenever you can, but be careful with interrupts as you can be a little bit late, where you get the interrupt, but you still take the damage like I did. What I just did there was a part break. Each part has its own individual value, which I went over, and when you do enough part damage, you break the part. See, there I was too late, so I didn't get the interrupt. There he does a chamber and then sweeps to whatever side you're on. That's for hitting him when you're attacking his... That's for him hitting you when you're attacking his hind legs. There's another part break and you missed it. There's his sweep around attack. A sweep around attack in the opposite direction though, which is odd. One thing you will quickly learn about this game is that every move is telegraphed in its own way. Every move is telegraphed differently, no matter how subtle it may be. There's the sweep around attack. I broke, I think, his tail there, actually. Here comes another interrupt from me. There goes his right hind leg. And I believe it's only his left hind leg. And now everything on him is broken. One of the quickest breaks I've had with him. That was weird. I've never seen him do that before. Oh. Now is a good time as any to talk about the Aether Vent. And to talk about monster interactions with said Aether Vents. And here he leaves, the Shrikes will fly away, all the others will burrow. The Aether Vent, both you and the behemoths can use. The behemoths usually only use it when you're not attacking them. Sometimes if they're in huge desperation, they will fly over to the vent and drink from it. It has 5 charges shared between you, your teammates, and the behemoth. So, and that is extra healing, in case I didn't already explain that. So that is extra healing that doesn't use up any of your 5 healing potions. Usually when you enter combat with the Rogue Shrike, will open up with the beam attack, followed by the charge attack. This is just me having learned the patterns after a while. I will go over what exactly I'm doing with my sword in a later episode, as this might be a little bit confusing, but I don't want to have to focus on explaining both the Rogue Shrike and the basics of the sword. So, this video will be uploaded first, then I will upload the sword tutorial, or sword outline video, so that you understand what you're looking at. There, he has the white stuff all around his head. That means he's getting what's known as woozy. That means I believe that indicates 75 to 99% done with the staggered quota. So he is almost staggered. And there I finished a full stagger. It works the same thing. Just do as much damage to him as I can. And he's dead. And now for the Hunt Complete screen. It will be graded based on your time and the danger you have accumulated, and get a rank from E to S++. And you will also be rewarded with medals for how well you did compared to your teammates. All of them are fairly self-explanatory, and there are a few that can only happen when you have other people with you, like Savior. And you will only see gold medals from me since I'm by myself, and there's no one to compare it to. Break parts. These will come up later, so I will explain... Well, I'll explain it now. Break parts. The break parts screen just outlines all the break parts you have collected, and you exchange your break parts to create or upgrade your weapons or armor. And that will do it for the Rogue Shrike video of Dauntless. In my next video, I will be outlining the sword. Then the following videos will be outlining the rest of the weapon types as I fight the Rogue Shrike. So, if you liked the video and are excited for the upcoming weapon outlines plus behemoth guides, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the uploads. And enjoy the rest of your day.